Lee Nunn, a farmer in Morgan County, says the end of May and June brought dry and hot weather. His crops only saw about a ½ inch of rain in just 4 weeks.
Cotton likes heat, it thrives on heat actually.
While the heat hasn't quite affected the cotton crop this year, Lee Nunn says the corn, well, that's a different story.
See the small kernels we have here didn't fill out in the top because of the heat and the lack of moisture.
He grows all dryland corn with no irrigation, so his crop needs a lot of water and sunshine to yield a good harvest.
At one time I was thinking we may not have any. It may take our corn completely out.
They weren't just dealing with dry conditions. The harsh sunlight caused the corn to shrink up during the day.
The leaves will pull itself in, and that led to letting more sunlight down into the crop. And as you can see, we've got some grass and some weeds and things that have come up because the sunshine was able to get down to the ground.
One of the things that makes corn unique is that it really doesn't respond too well to temperatures above about 86 degrees. So when you have days when it's hot every day, it really shuts the corn down.
Pam Knox, an agricultural climatologist and director of the University of Georgia's Weather Network, says different atmospheric factors affect those conditions for farmers.
The atmosphere is just kind of like a bowl of jelly. It wiggles all over the place.
She says those higher temperatures aren't all bad and can increase the length of the growing season, giving farmers some extra options like doing a double crop. While Nunn agrees the weather patterns do fluctuate, he's noticed this year seemed especially warmer than usual.
Some years during June, we're in the low 90s, high 80s. This year, obviously, we were in the mid to high 90s almost every day. It did not help us any on our corn at all. Our yield's going to be cut in half.
A stark difference from last year, which Nunn credits as his best year he's ever had with his dryland corn crop. We're in the middle of hurricane season, and weather experts have predicted higher than average tropical systems this year, though you wouldn't know it by the look of these ears.
There's a lot of dry conditions in Africa, a lot of dust blowing off, and that's really shut things down in the Atlantic. But that's starting to change, and we're starting to see more activity.
She says ocean temperatures are warm, and there's a chance we could see more storms pop up in a short amount of time. It's uncertain, but if we do see tropical systems move into our area in October, farmers could have some trouble getting their equipment into the fields to harvest. Unlike the corn crop down the way, these plants are relishing the hot weather.
The heat actually did not affect the cotton nearly as much as it did the corn. This is the bowls here.
With a good amount of rainfall in July and August, Nunn is hopeful this weather pattern will continue.
If we can get a little more moisture and then some dry days in September, I think we'll have one of the better crops we've had in a few years.
He's optimistic that the yield will be better than expected. But one thing is for sure, in true farmer fashion, he'll persevere.
It's been a hot, tough year so far, but we'll make it. We'll struggle on.
A blossom of hope at the end of a hot, dry summer. In Morgan County, I'm Jennifer Parson reporting for the Farm Monitor.